Hey everybody, and welcome to Wildlife Park 2 Dino World, where today we will be basically building our own dino park from scratch. Try to get as many visitors as possible right from the get-go, and see how it works out, because I've never really gotten too horribly deep into this game. I've fiddled around with it enough that, like, I know the basics and, you know, how to set up a park and everything, but I really want to get an elaborate park going. So let's go ahead and get on into it. We're going to do free play. Basically, we start off with a large amount of money, or large to some people. I mean, when you're talking about building your own park, that does take a large amount of money just to build a small park, because you're talking about enclosures, you're talking about feeding, you're talking about staff. It's a lot of work when it boils down to it, and just want to make sure that we have the funds necessary for sure before we get into it, because like every map is different. So for the, you know, Divine Country, you get $500,000, and for like the Oasis of Egypt, you get $2 million. So yeah, where I think the Oasis of Egypt is the most money, if I remember right. Let me see, just out of curiosity. You would think that like the secret base would be like the most money, because it's a secret base, and you know, black projects, lots of money funneling through there, but no money for the dinos, so that's a shame. Texas. The state of Texas lies in the south of the U.S. and is the most important economic activities are agriculture and livestock farming. Those livestock do include dinosaurs. No. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the Oasis of Egypt, unless there's anything down here that I'm missing. Oh, we could go to Canada! But that's only $500,000 we get to spend. The canyon. God, that's like extremely hard. $100,000? Man. The Great Bay, Norway. Norway would be fun. Iceland. Huh. Yeah, well, I already made up my mind. We're doing Oasis of Egypt. So I think it's funny that you can actually add more money to this, like if you want. I mean, it takes forever to actually do it because you're just clicking. So if you wanted basically unlimited funds, you could technically do that in free play, but it might take you like 20 minutes to set up. So yeah, we'll leave it there just because we want to get this show on the road and get going into it. Lying within the arid belt that spans North Africa, high temperatures dominate Egypt. It rains only rarely. As a result, the strong vegetation is still been found by rivers and oases. Oases? Oasis? I can never get that right. Is it Oasis or is it Oases? I don't know. Alright, well, let's get into it. Alright, so, right from the... Whoa, look at that. Check that out. There's like a dead plesiosaur in here. A large genetic find. Ooh. Can we move it? Can we keep it? No, I think we can only sell it. Okay. Like, it gave us 14 coins. Man, I should have just kept the damn thing. It was cool looking. Oh well. What are you gonna do, right? So yeah, here we are in the beautiful Oasis of Egypt. Nice little riverbed that stretches as far as the eye can see until it stops, because nothing goes on forever. There are several of these things. There's a huge well. There's a huger, smaller well. I guess it would just be a smaller well, right? You know, I think, if I remember right, you can't modify the terrain that these sit on, so we'll just have to work around that. All these trees, kinda not doing it for me. I realized that I just read in the description that like vegetation grows near the oases, and the lakes and the rivers, blah 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 blah, just like normal plant life does. Hey, look at that. It's a volcano made of water. No, that's also called a water depository, right? My word. Man. Hey, look at that! Oh my god. The trees are happy. I didn't know trees could be happy. I guess they can because they are living things, but yeah. That's pretty much their expression in real life too. Just neutral. Alright. Well, even the grass has a happiness level. What the hell, man? Really? Do we have to have grass be happy? It's just a little much, don't you think? Whatever. So, right away from the get-go, we're kind of stuck with a dilemma. We have this huge river running through our map, and very little terrain to work with. So, like, we could have animals out here. We could, you know what, let me get this off screen for a second. We could have animals. It looks like we can set exhibits back as far as that goes. And there's very little to work with here. So I think we're going to have to modify the terrain just a wee bit to get a little bit more stuff in here. So let's try to do the mountain a little, you know, not too much. Just working our way. Kind of just gonna expand this river a little. Yeah, I know some of those trees are gonna lose it. Oh well. Send that grass underwater. I don't want grass to be happy. What's this? What is that? Forage. Okay, how is that? Sale value 37. How is that worth more than the fossil that we found at the bottom of the river? That doesn't make sense whatsoever. What, is this because it's like leftover from like the time of Judas? I mean, honestly. It's just one of those things, you know? It's like, really? Alright. Well, back to modifying. We have a lot to do. You know what? Lower, 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 lower. Lower terrain and steps. There we go. See, I don't know. Every time that I try to like modify the terrain in this game, don't get me wrong, I really do like this game, but like modifying the terrain is just so hard. Like, it's nothing like when we were in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, and you could basically just like click on a huge mountain and just flatten it like a pancake, you know? This is just all very, very delicate, and I mean, if you screw up, you kind of screw up the entire game, so it's not cool. It's not cool at all. So we'll be careful, try to do our best. And really, I'm just kind of focusing on like the areas around the mountains, because the mountains themselves, let's face it, it's gonna be kind of hard to get this all whittled away to nothing. You know, like I said, this is not the same, you know, terrain modifier, that's for sure. Like, if I'm not careful, there will be a canyon just running through here, so we'll actually raise that up just a little. And I'll probably stop messing with that, because if I go any further, if I actually attempt to do anything more than what I've already done, it'll probably ruin the entire game. I'm not even joking. So, see, look, I'm already creating new mountains. God, it's just horrible. It's a nightmare. So yeah, don't mess with the terrain. I swear, it's just a nightmare. So, anyway, moving right along, we need to decide where we want a gate entrance before we even do anything else, I think. Because, you know, the whole entire idea of this game is to get people into a park. If you don't have a good place, you know, laid out for your park entrance right from the get-go, what's gonna happen, you know? Probably not good things. So this seems to be our flattest area. like right over here in this corner. So maybe, I don't know. Can we go back here? We can go back here. Oh, see, this would be a good spot. We could have the gate here, and then we could just have like a path, and then we can do whatever we want out here. We can have concessions, we can have exhibits, we can do whatever. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm not going to put a gate down right now, because that would be foolish, because we'd have people come to our park, and they'd be like, wait, why did we come here if we're just looking at the Oasis of Egypt? Nobody ever came to look at those, except for, like, you know, Judas, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so let's go ahead and find the paths. There it is. And we will go ahead and just start laying out a path. Laying out a nice little path for our visitors to come and look at. And look at how quick this path is just draining our funds. You know, greedy gravel workers. They all want the money from the Dino Park. They're like, we gotta get that Dino Park contract. Do you have any idea how much gravel they're gonna put down? It's gonna be amazing. Yeah. I'm not even kidding. There are people out there like that. They're called contractors. So yeah. Okay. So I realized that, you know, we could actually probably put down 2 park entrances now, because I didn't even know that it was flat over here. So we could probably put one over here, and we could probably put one over on the other side. But now we have a nice little path running around this big old mountain that could be honestly utilized for other things, but unfortunately we just gotta work with what we got. So now that we have a general idea for the path, like we'll have concessions down here and stuff, we need to decide where we're gonna have our first exhibit. And honestly, I kind of think that maybe a nice little just square area right here off the path would probably benefit us a lot. Before we do that though, we should probably put down a few amenities for our guest. Obviously when they get off the plane ride or whatnot, they're going to want a bench or something to sit in. So we'll put a bench down, we'll put a couple there. There, everybody loves a good bench, right? Put some that looks like it's just like falling off the mountain. Put it there anyway, because it'll go there. I just don't want people littering. We'll put these over here. Okay. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna... No, we'll leave that there. Because otherwise I gotta sell it. So, okay. So now that we have a little bit of benches down, we'll go ahead and put down some other amenities. Pop machine. Where do you think a pop machine should go? Actually, we could probably put down like a little snack stand or something right here. Right? Just right after the benches. Or, I don't know. I'm not sure if there's tables in here or not. You know what? We'll put it down right after the benches. We'll have like a little area over here where people can go and like get all their pop and everything. So let's do that. We'll just have like 4 pop machines down. We'll put some gravel down too to make this look a little bit better. Okay. There are outdoor pop machines, I'm sure, right? I think so. Pretty sure. Anyway, we'll put a nice little ATM right there too, so people can get money. And why not put a photo booth down too, right? And a souvenir stand. And bathrooms for after the pop settles through, right? Jeez. Ice cream shop, beverages. Should there be the soda stand and then like more beverages right after the restrooms? I don't know. Let's go ahead and get moving on with our build. We're going to put down a... Ooh, you know, I haven't decided yet, have I? I was torn when I left. Let's do a beverage booth. We'll just have like kind of these right before you go into the park, because we're gonna have a path going this way to like exhibits and stuff. So we'll kind of just have a beverage booth, and we'll put an ice cream shop, and we will do a snack booth too. So it's kind of like just load up on carbs, right? Before you go into the what is this about? Okay, so we hired somebody's triplets to work these 3 stands, really? That's kind of cool. It is, I'll be honest, it is. It's pretty cool. I mean, who would have thought that they'd have nothing going for them but working at these small little convenience stands at a dino restaurant, or at a dino park, right? Dino restaurant. Wow. Okay. Well, cool. So, let's think about our layout further. Should we just go ahead and start setting up an exhibit, or I was kind of thinking maybe we could do like a bridge over the water and then kind of plan around that. Oh, decisions, right? I don't know. You know what, let's do it. Let's do a bridge over the water. And if I come to regret this later on, well, that'll just be the pits, you know? So let's put it right here, and we'll just stretch it over there, and we'll have some of our like bigger buildings over here that people can visit, like the what's it called? I can't even think of it now. The aquarium. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for the aviary. There it is. Alright, so that's where we can find our entrance building. I knew where it was, I'm just showing you. So, yeah. What do you think we should put down? Should we put down an aviary and an aquarium down here? Maybe? Let's do it. Aquarium. Aviary right next door. And we will do a botanical garden too. Why not? You know what, actually? Yeah, we will. I was gonna say no, but then I thought about it, and I was like, hey, you know what? Why the hell not, right? We're going all out for this dino park, and every dino park needs just as many attractions as possible to get people in the door, as we all know. So, scientists will go so far to just create new crap out of the blue to get tourists to come to their park, right? And that crap will just destroy them. Pick them up and carry them away. Oh my god. So yeah. So there we go. A nice little path going off to our exhibits, and let's just kind of soak it all in here for a second. Look at that. Look at this. That's a beautiful little building, isn't it? Nice little aquarium. I'm not sure what they got in here. I mean... Oh, we can go in? What the hell kind of aquarium is this? There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. It's like walking into a room with stone seats. It's like a conference room. It's not an aquarium. That was the biggest waste of money ever. What about this? Well, at least you can imagine birds being in here, right? There's a nice little forested area and everything, but dear God, that aquarium is just pathetic. What about the gardens? Can't be hard to mess this up, right? Whoa. Hang on a second. Hang on just a second. Okay, I was a little concerned when I looked in there at first because I was like, what is going on? I thought there were just things glitching up, you know, like look at this. But no, that's just like a leaf just turned sideways or something. So yeah, there we go. Our 3 buildings are down. Cool. So we have the start for a very nice park here in our Dino Park in Wildlife Park 2. And we'll pick up where we left off next time. Do it like this. Heart shot.